I've worked with a few higher education institutions, having gone through the higher education institutions, and even having friends that work in the higher education institutions, universities, colleges, all of that. There is some extreme value to higher education, universities, colleges, places like that, that's designed to learning. But something to know is, and this is not always the case, but it is something to be aware of when searching for a place to go to school, is higher education is, at this point, from my experience in my industry, is not always beneficial. A lot of the people that are working in these institutions have been in the school or education system for a long time. And so they're very knowledgeable and very skilled at sharing what they know, testing and making sure people can learn the curriculum they're teaching as best as possible. That is a bonus. Where the difficulty lies, where it's not going to benefit you, is when these instructors have spent all their time in the institution that they don't know or haven't bothered learning what's happening in the industry that they're trying to educate you on. In the film world, they might be so focused on the process in which film was done before, like 15, 20 years ago. They might be showing you, this is how you sold a movie then. This is how a movie is distributed. This is how it was distributed. This is how you develop your film and all of that. And all great information to learn, but it should be taught as method history and not current practices. Sometimes if somebody is sharing their knowledge on something, but they don't have the knowledge of what it actually is, they're doing a disservice to their clients. So if you're an educational instructor, highly recommend you spend just as much, if not more time, studying the way the industry is, maybe even running a small test side hustle. Not so much to make money, but to learn the industry you're in. If you're teaching entrepreneurship or small business, learn what the heck Pinterest is and what Snapchat and Instagram is, how the algorithms work, the best practices for it, not by reading a periodical or some document someone put together, but by doing it. You learn by doing, and that's why there's so many non-educated individuals running successful small businesses, successful companies, by marketing through social media and running things based on the way the internet and the industry and just the world runs today, and not based on how it ran 20 years ago. Even with film has gone away and it's now turned to digital posts, digital distribution, video on demand. DVDs aren't as much a thing anymore. Blu-rays aren't as much a thing anymore. They still exist, but it's not the deal that's necessarily going to make you a millionaire. In fact, the deal that will make you a millionaire is now oftentimes consistency and thinking beyond your movie, that your movie is not the product, but your movie is an advertisement for a product. Star Wars advertisement for action figures, for the Star Wars land at Disneyland that's coming out, for comics and character costumes. It's advertising a product, which is probably one of the big reasons why George Lucas sold Lucasfilm for $4 billion. Think beyond your movie to the life that your movie could potentially promote. So with that, higher education has its values. It also has some massive disservices to those paying so much money for it. So be careful where you spend your money, vet the schools you go to, and really try as an instructor to learn the industries you're teaching about, not what you learned 10 years ago. But in today's world, 3 years is ancient history. So, like 3 years ago, Instagram was having a solid feed of just this is going through. Now it's algorithm based. Learn the industries before you start telling people how to do it. That's my advice for institutions and instructors, and my caution towards potential students. Make sure that you've done your homework, and instructors, please do the same.